Hey guys, so sorry I haven't really recorded today. I've been really ill. I've got a blocked ear. It's really annoying me. But I've got curd, I've got cheese strings, and I've got lunch. Bella's eating hers. Dulcimer's having a bottle. I just need to give Christ that a little update. I literally just had a nap. That's pretty much it. Been up since 5. I was up since 5 until I had that nap. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit here, eat my lunch, and watch TV. And, I'll try and record more, but I don't know, just because I'm feeling a little bit ill today. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, so sorry I haven't been able to film much today. I've just been not feeling too good. Luckily though, my ear is now unblocked. I can hear. It's amazing. Bella's fallen asleep. She fell asleep around about 7, 8. Dulcimer's just here having her bottle. But yeah, I thought I'd explain a little bit about my birth story with both girls. So we'll start off with Bella. So I was 37 weeks and I was 38 weeks. And then I went up to triage and I was having like pains. She wasn't really moving much, so I was a little bit worried, and they said, you know what, like, we'll induce you your full term. So I said, yeah, that's fine. They induced me. Didn't really work. My body didn't react to the inducing. So they were like, right, okay, we're gonna put, it's like a little like bullet thing. It's like white. And they obviously put it up there, you know. And that didn't really work. So then they gave me the balloon. Like, this is over about 2 days, 3 days. They were trying everything to get me into labour. And then they done the balloon. And that was really, really painful. I was screaming, like I was in absolute agony. And I asked them to take it out. They took it out. And then I think I got to about 1 centimetre. And they then burst my waters. Popped my waters, sorry. I was then in labour so they put my waters around about 11. And then I actually had her for emergency C-section at, I think it was 12 or 1. I'm not entirely sure. I think it was about 1. Because I was in labour, but I wasn't I wasn't dilating. I was still only 1 centimetre. By the time they were like, do you know what, we're just going to give her a C-section, because I was absolutely knackered. I had 2 epidurals. They didn't work. I was on gas and air. They tried taking gas and air off me, obviously, because too much gas and air can make you pass out. And then they were like, do you want a C-section? And I was in agony, and I was like, yeah, just get the baby out of me. I want her here safely. And most of all, I want the pain to stop. Because it was horrible. Like, the pain was horrendous. And then I had to sign the consent form. They read it all to me, and had me sign the consent form. And then I'd say within about 20 minutes, maybe less, they took me down for an emergency C-section and she was born. And then I think I was out of hospital. Me and Bella were out of hospital within 2 days. And then fast forward into Dulcie May. I was planning to have a elective C-section, which I did, but instead of it being 39 weeks, she came at 37, just because the placenta stopped working, so she wasn't taking anything from the placenta, and it wasn't right to keep her in any longer. So I went to my appointment, went for a scan, and then after that I spoke to the people who sort out like C-sections and stuff, the head of all of that, and he went through my scan report and he was like, yeah, so you're coming in next week to have your baby. I was like, sorry? And I came home and I was like, Mum, I'm having her next week. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, like, she's gonna be born next week. So it was a very, very exciting but also stressful time, because I literally had, like, at the time, 5 days to prepare myself. And then went in for the C-section. She then came out, and her oxygen levels weren't good. It literally felt like forever. She would cry and then stop crying and then cry again and stop crying. And then they said to me they had to take her down to NICU. I was paralysed from the waist down, so I couldn't move. I didn't see her for the first 6 hours of her life. And eventually when I got the feeling back in my legs, I went down and saw her and held her for the first time. And then she had jaundice. Bella also did have jaundice, but that wasn't a part of the birth. It was more of the after. Like, Bella had jaundice around about, I think it was 2 months, maybe a month old. She had jaundice, but Dulcie May had jaundice. So she had to be under the blue light for a little while, but she was still with me at that time. So she was in the NICU for about 24 hours. And then she could breathe on her own. So then they let me take her back to my bed. I was literally walking after a C-section, I'd say walking quite a long distance to get to the NICU. I was so determined. I didn't care if I was in pain. I was like, just give me any painkiller and I'll be fine. I can walk it. And I just went back and forth, walking. Seeing her, holding her, feeding her, changing her bum and stuff like that. I couldn't really sleep. I was so upset like that I didn't get to hold her, but obviously her health comes first. And then, yeah.
I'm going to go now, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright then. Alright, see ya.
Rose, see you tomorrow. Ruby. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you.
Alright, love you too. Bye. And then, yeah, I then had her with me. And then for a whole night. And then I think it was the next day, around about midnight, it must have been midnight, we were allowed to go home. And yeah, everything was fine after that. So yeah, there's my little birth stories of both girls. I think this is mainly going to be the video of me just explaining how both girls were born, how the birth went, And my experiences really, but with both of my girls, I did have panic attacks after, because I was in hospital alone because no one unfortunately could stay with me, obviously because of showers. Like, they wouldn't allow people that were with me to use the showers because of hygiene reasons. But yeah, it was quite a tough but happy time. I was absolutely fine when I got home with the girls. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Obviously I know it hasn't been a vlog, but you know, still trying to keep on doing it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to bed because I am knackered, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye.